Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. I just finished my first night car camping here in Taiwan, and the reason for why I'm still whispering is because some of my car camping buddies are still sleeping here. Also learned so many new things about car camping in Taiwan, so I thought let's keep this video in English so other foreigners can learn from my car camping experience as well. So here are my top 10 things when it comes to car camping in Taiwan as a foreigner for the very first time. Okay, seems to be a very popular breakfast spots for motorcyclists as well. I guess there's no need for me to whisper anymore. The first thing I just wanted to make foreigners aware of is that in English we would just say car camping, but here in Taiwan and in Chinese there are two different terms, which is车宿and车泊. And I think if I have understood this correctly,车泊is like what I'm doing when I am sleeping in the car. I don't have like a tent connected to the car. I don't have any like camping chairs or like anything else outside of the car. So like the car is parked and whatever is going on inside of the car. Then you have 车宿when you're attaching like a tent or just like takes up more than like one normal parking space. The second thing is that the car camping in Taiwan is a very much shared experience. You can see like the remains of our absolutely amazing night last night. Whereas in Sweden, if you would be a group of people going like car camping, you would kind of go like car camping alone together, and you would bring 100% of the things that you are going to use, and you wouldn't expect anyone else to share anything with you, and also not having to actually lend them something during the night. We will talk about this a lot more later when it comes to the overall food, which is arguably the main important thing when it comes to camping in Taiwan in general. But just as an example, I would in Sweden expect to just bring my own food, my own chair, my own utensils, you name it. Whereas here in Taiwan, everyone is sharing everything, and when it comes to the gear, which we will also talk a little bit later, it is absolutely mind-blowing all the stuff that they have. My excuse now is that I'm working and recording this video, so I don't need to help out when it comes to like cleaning up, and I would have no idea with where all these things are going and which items belong to which car. So I'm just going to contribute in the best way that I know, and that is to just stay away from the overall cleaning, sorting and organization process here, and then continue with the rest of this video. Next up is the camping gear, and this could and most likely will be its own dedicated video in the future as well, because the amount of camping gear I have seen these 2 days, it is unbelievable. Like, it's more things than I have in like my Taipei apartment, not including all my 3D printers for the Taiwan shop.tw, which of course you have a link to down in the description as well. Just for comparison, if I would be normally camping in Sweden, you already see all my camping gear here now. I would of course bring a tent and like my sleeping bag and stuff like this, but in terms of like other non-essential types of equipment, I would have a chair just so I can like sit in the nature and relax, as I am doing right now, and like one of those spoons that is also a fork. In Sweden we call them a spork. I don't know what you call them in Taiwan, but the camping spoon or the camping fork. But as I have promised myself to become even more Taiwanese this year, and since I am starting my new car camping life, I have actually upgraded my own equipment. So here we quickly have my top 5 must-have items when it comes to car camping in Taiwan. And starting with arguably the most important item on today's list, and also the sponsor of today's video, is Emma and their foldable futon black diamond mattress. Some of you might actually recognize this mattress from when my mom came visiting, because this is the exact same mattress that I was using in my own apartment, and just as easily it is to just fold away and to store in some kind of closet or wherever you want in your own apartment, it is also super easy to transfer transport folded in the car, and then when it's time to go to sleep, you literally just spend seconds on folding this mattress, and then of course adding the Emma blanket and the Emma pillow and whatever you do need when you are sleeping. And although it's a foldable mattress, the materials are just as premium as my real mattress that I have in Taipei, with a graphene layer that helps with excess heat, which is absolutely amazing when you are waking up to a beautiful sunny day here in the middle of Taiwan. And the high support HRX foam also helps keeping my spine well supported no matter how or where I sleep in Taiwan. And as if that was not enough, they currently have a promotion on their website where you can get up to 45% off their mattresses. And if you do use my new personal coupon code Lukas26, because it's 2026, you will get additional 10% during checkout as well. So that's my favorite mattress when it comes to car camping. Time for item number 2, which is actually just below this mattress. Because here underneath the Emma mattress we have the Jowua USB-C fridge. Now Jowua was so kind to send this item to me for free when they heard about my upcoming car camping experience. This is hands down my absolute favorite accessory other than like the necessity of the actual bed. Not only does it fit flush, it fits perfectly in the back trunk here in the Tesla Model Y. It also has these like erasers, I think from like ventilation, so you don't have to worry about the fridge overheating. And also another thing that is unique about this specific fridge is that it has a dual powering system, so you can use it via the normal like car port 12 volt plug, but it also uses USB-C, which is absolutely amazing in my Tesla, because not only can I then plug it into the USB-C ports in the back here, I can also remove it and put it like in the middle of our campground. So here we are, 1,267 meters above sea level. It's currently, I don't know, feels like 26, 28 degrees. And here, thanks to Jowua and my battery, we can still enjoy an ice cold, or currently 2 degrees cold sparkling water. If this is how regular car camping in Taiwan is, I think that I'm just gonna go out car camping every single weekend from now on. Next item is something that arguably is more important on the way to the car camping, at least for myself, since I am a full-time YouTuber and I justify these trips with me being out working. And of course I also need to edit or just being on my computer replying to some emails. And then we have this Jowua foldable table, which basically just adds an entire office within your car. Super nice quality as well, and it easily folds together. And it also fits right under your seat when you're not using it. So it doesn't take up any space when you don't use it. But when you are, for example, supercharging, having to wait a few minutes at a supercharger, this is absolutely game changer when it comes to working or being on your computer within the car. And we also have these other items, which me and my wife up in Taipei call umbrella holders, but I guess there are just storage containers or like garbage bags, or basically whatever you want, because thanks to these Velcro patches here as well, you can basically put it anywhere that you want, either like in the door storage, both in the front or in the back, or we actually have these Velcroed on the front here as well. So it's a very convenient little garbage bag for the wife when she's riding along and eating in the car, which I am still not allowed to. And last but not least are these weatherproof floor mats from 3D Mats, also a Taiwanese company, by the way. I already like them way more than the original floor mats from Tesla. They just look nicer and you can see that they're more professional, but especially during a car camping like this, when this is like the first time driving on like a dirt road, which is like not even a road. I thought I was like being super careful, but then like in the middle of the night, it's pitch black. You're just trying to like put the bed in order. You just want to go to sleep and you do like one mistake. You do like one single mistake. You step inside with your shoes and it looks like this. My point is, these are super easy to wash. So when I do come back to Taipei, I'm just gonna rinse it out with some water, scrub a little bit, and they will be as good as new. There you have my top. Speaking about top, we do have one more thing actually, which is this retractable top cover from MJ Wraps, who are so kind to install this for me as well. A must if you're sleeping in the car to properly cover the top, both for like the heat but also for like the sun. It also has voice activation as well, but me and this person behind the computer are not entirely friends all the time. 小爱，小爱，
我在。
广天窗。Oh, yes. I'm so nervous. I've said it so many times. But there you go. I'm sure if you're Taiwanese, if you got the tones and the words perfectly. It only speaks Chinese. It doesn't speak English. So yeah, that's like, for me being a foreigner, it's a little bit annoying. Now, the absolute most important thing foreigners need to know, especially if they are car camping with Taiwanese people, is that you have to understand why are we here. And if you are a foreigner and you see this absolutely amazing view, you might think that that is the main reason for why we're here. But if you are traveling with Taiwanese, then the main reason is, as always when it comes to Taiwanese people, food. And I kid you not, they started planning the food 3 weeks ago. And I don't know if this is like the common car camping rules, but at least for this little group that I accidentally got invited to join, every single car is preparing not only one dish, but 2 dishes for then everyone to share, plus breakfast the next day. I guess not surprising if you have lived in Taiwan for like 15 years, but the surprising part is like the level of food. Like, I have lived in Taiwan for 15 years. I can count on my broken hand with 4 fingers how many times I have actually cooked food in Taiwan during those 15 years. I have never heard of anyone of my friends who has like, oh, you know what? I need to stay at home, cook my own food, and then we can go out and like hang out. Here we're cooking, we're cooking like non-stop. So now it's time for breakfast, which has like already started being prepared right now. But last night, I think the fires, and fires plural, was going from like 7 p.m. to I think 2 a.m. There were like, we made soups, we barbecued meat, we made like kimchi ramen. And I think it's just so funny that Taiwanese people who like never cooks just literally go all in and brings so much cooking equipment. Like, I see new pans for every like dish. There's so many different kinds of scissors and like clasps and like holders that is just unbelievable. But what my point is that if you're a foreigner who being invited to like a car camping, don't do what I would do, like I did in my previous video. I would literally go to Family Mart or 7-Eleven, buy like a blueberry bagel ready to eat, get some sparkling water, and then just like, that will be my breakfast. And then as soon as I wake up, I'll be ready to go. Prepare for like the most food extravaganza you've ever had in Taiwan. And I would just say, team up with a Taiwanese person and let them be in charge of what you're actually going to do, and then just offer yourself to do it. So you get that person to, for example, like give you like a shopping list from Costco. You go to Costco or you go to like Carrefour or whatever, and you buy that and you help and you support in your way, but don't try to compete when it comes to like the actual cooking and stuff. I feel like everyone is expected to bring just as much food as possible. And please do represent us foreigners and contribute to this very, very unique Taiwanese culture, I would say. But yeah, with that said, I'm just going to take a quick break and actually eat the breakfast, and then we are going to continue with the rest of this video. So as you know, us foreigners absolutely love talking about every single unique thing about Taiwan that we foreigners love. For example, the convenience and the many, many beautiful mountains. But I don't think there's been a single moment during my 15 years in Taiwan that summarizes the Taiwanese experience as good as this moment right here. I am currently at Dongpinglunshan mountain top, 1,267 meters above ground, eating a freshly made bacon dumpling. And it's like one of the most delicious bacon dumpling I've ever had. They're like, don't expect this to be like a low quality version just because we cooked this in the middle of the nature, literally 1,000 meters above water. Now, a lot of you might have already started writing your questions down below. What did I actually prepare for this group car camping activity? So, being a Swede, I just focus on efficiency and I want to bring something that everyone can eat like right away. For example, in Sweden, the go-to food was to bring, like, as I mentioned, a pre-made blueberry bagel or something like this, like some kind of sandwich, some kind of bread that you will just eat right away. After some compromises with my Taiwanese friends, I decided to make a luxury sandwich in Sweden, which is a very fancy sandwich in Sweden and something that we truly enjoy for like celebration or just during like a very, very fancy lunch or dinner in Sweden when we want to make it a little bit extra premium feeling, which is a shrimp sandwich, but räksmörgås, which sounds a little bit more premium in Swedish. And I have to say, although I didn't think any Taiwanese people would actually even touch the bread that I bought, that was the first dish to be finished last night, mainly because it was like the only dish that was like ready right away, and people actually finished my food before their food was already done. So yeah, I count that as a great success. But I have to say, after these like 2 days, 1 night experience, I admit I was wrong, because right now we're up on top of a mountain. Yesterday it was like, my Apple Watch said it was like 10 degrees. It felt like -2. And the last thing you want then is to eat something cold, like a cold shrimp sandwich. And I was so grateful that all my other Taiwanese friends had prepared some very, very warm dishes. And this is the next point for foreigners here. Just because you think that like ground level Taiwan is like 26 degrees right now, up in the mountains it's freezing cold at night, but then in the morning, if you wake up like in a car or if you wake up in a tent, it's like very, very warm, and it's like too warm. So just make sure to bring a lot of clothes for both sides. So you can not only wear like super warm clothes because you're gonna like die the next day, but you can not only bring like your normal ground level Taiwanese clothes, because then you will be dead before morning basically. It was quite funny, like we're 3 foreigners here, and like we were by far the people who were freezing the most, and we were so embarrassed. Like we're a Swede, a Canadian and a Belgian, but the 3 of us were the one freezing the most. And last but not least, since I think people are gonna wrap up right now, I'm just gonna finish the last point here as well. This so-called road up here to this specific mountain is terrible. I do not recommend you to come here. As beautiful as this scenery is here, do not come here, especially not with a brand new Tesla. I haven't even like dared to look all the damages. Hopefully it's all okay, but there was like at least 3 like big like boom crushes on the way up, and it's like my car is like super dirty right now, and every other car that we have met and who has come up here as well has been like proper like, I'm just gonna like drive over this mountain, I don't care at all. And then it's me with like a brand new 2026 Tesla Model Y, which does not look brand new anymore. But I guess that just means that there's gonna be another video about like washing my car or something like this, or how to take care of a car in Taiwan in general, because that is also something that I think foreigners like myself who has grown up in Taiwan don't really know, because there's not that much YouTube videos or like just knowledge about doing like adult things as a foreigner in Taiwan. Like I would know how to do everything, like paying my taxes, washing my car in Sweden and in Swedish, but it's just not something I have ever had to do when I come here to Taiwan. So I have no clue about like the different shampoos or whatever you call it for a car. So yeah, that is something definitely that I'm gonna cover as well. So in relationship to the car camping, please do let me know if there's any topic that you want me to talk about, or if you have any tips or tricks about car camping sites, things that I should go and visit, or just things that I should know as a now new car owner here in Taiwan. It really, really helps me a lot, and by extension, it also helps hopefully all the other foreigners as well who will watch my videos in the future. But for now, and from Dom坪-Lundshan, thank you all so much for watching this video. We've had an absolutely amazing day here at the top of Dom坪-Lundshan. My name is Lukas, starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.